Did you see the Stephon Diggs Cardi B rumors? I don't know.
Ooh, I did not.
Yeah,
I saw some
allegedly.
male rapper accused Stephon Diggs of like date raping him, basically.
I saw that too. I don't know
I,
about that one. Stephon
I don't know
Diggs doesn't
either.
seem like the type to me personally, but Stephon Diggs allegedly Cardi B cheated on Offset when she was 8 months pregnant with Stephon Diggs. That's the
Stephon
story.
Diggs, if you've ever seen the videos of when he was in the Vikings and they interview every single one of the players in the locker room, and they're like, if there's one player that you don't want your sister to date, who is it? And every single player said Diggs.
Yeah. There's
No
also
hesitation. No hesitation. Everyone just went, Diggs.
yeah,
Diggs. And they asked him, he was like, why me? What'd I do?
yeah.
I'm a nice
No,
guy.
no,
I'm a nice guy.
no, sir. Yeah, there's also that story of how on Valentine's Day he had a
Two
girl in two
ladies?
different rooms in the
Uh,
hotel.
he's a
He's a
dog.
ridiculous man.
What's up, everybody? You are tuned into another episode of the Flea Flicker Show. We're your hosts, Fred and Dre. We're coming at you for Week 6 football. Cannot believe it's Week 6 already. It's a month and a half down. Holy shit.
We're a third of the way in, man.
Third of the way in. It's pretty
Already.
crazy. It goes really fast. It's a fast season, but honestly, in my mind, I think October is the best season for sports. You have playoffs, or you have football, you have playoff baseball, and you also get basketball and NHL starting. You have college basketball going. You have college football going. You have everything in
Got
October.
Halloween coming
It's
up.
great. Halloween, throwing a fucking banger. It's great. It's great.
Guy and I got engaged in October. Like,
Yeah.
dude,
It's
just a
awesome.
great month.
My birthday's in October. My wife's birthday's in October. It's a great month. It's a great month.
It's just the best month, really.
Yeah. Thanks for finally admitting it. It is. It's a great month. I love spooky season.
Me too, dude. Me too.
Yeah.
But let's hop right into this, man.
Yeah, let's get right into it.
Ready?
I don't have any notes for this, so I'm going completely off the cuff.
Ooh, I like it.
I like off the cuff, kind of get a little more raw there, and got to write down our scores. Let me get a piece of paper here. You can go into it though.
Dude, the first game, I mean, we already talked about Thursday. So the first game on this slate is the second game of the year in London, man. I think the second, right? I mean, they just had one last week. But this one's going to be the Jaguars and the Bears heading over into London to battle it out in front of the English fan base. The Jags and the Bears squads that have both been struggling to start out, but have looked better recently, at least last week. The Jags, they do have a lot of London fans. They play there every year, so it might feel more like a home game for them, even though this is slated to be a Bears home game, which kind of screws them over. That could be a bit of a difference here. Plus, the Jags really need to string together some wins also. So I think this will be a very close game. But I am going to end up taking the Jags here with I'm going to even predict a little bit. I'm going to say the Jags get a game-winning touchdown from Trevor Lawrence to Brian Thomas Jr. to take it in
All
London.
Right. I like it. Yeah, I also just wrote down what you had just mentioned there for the Jaguars, pretty much being a home game for them. They play there like every year. Is it their owner's Shahid Khan, right?
Shad Khan, yeah.
Shad Khan. So he wanted to move the Jags at some point to London, which is just it's just not feasible. But
it'd be very expensive.
It would not be practical. Every team would have to fly. It's not going to happen. It'd be very cool, but it's not going to happen. But I do think this is going to be a pretty decent game. Jaguars are coming off a good week where they got their first win. The offense looked really good. The Bears are coming off a game where they got a lot of points going against the Panthers defense, which is pretty bad. And the Jaguars defense is also pretty damn bad. So I'm going to go Bears in this game. I don't usually have a lot of faith in Caleb Williams, but I have a decent amount of faith in him to beat the Jaguars, who have a terrible non-believer at this point, especially defensively. I can believe that they can put up points on people. But I mean, the Bears are shutting everyone down. Their defense is top 5 right now. Their defense looks really damn good. And I think that's what it really comes down to is their defense looks really good and their offense can beat up against bad defenses. So the Jaguars. Bad defense, decent offense. I don't know if they have enough power to go against that Bears defense with how they're playing this year.
Though, Trevon Walker did get 3 sacks last week, so it's not like their defense is completely inept. They can get to the quarterback.
They can. They just, in between those sacks, they give up like 300 passing yards a game.
Will Caleb Williams be able to do that?
And like 150 rushing yards. Like, they give up a lot of rushing yards as well.
Oh, so you're saying that, what is it, DeAndre Swift's going to have a big game? Is that what I'm hearing here?
You could have a big game from Swift and Johnson. You could have like a 65-yard touchdown game for Johnson as the backup running back and like a 75 touchdown game for Swift, and just kind of putting a bunch on them. I mean, Keenan Allen's in the fold there with them for them as well. Wide receivers, you could have like a 275-yard passing game for Caleb Williams, 2 touchdowns, probably a pick in there as well. But I just think they're going to do enough.
Do you think it'll be a close game, or do you think the Bears are going to...
I think it'll be close. I think it'll be close. Not like a razor thin, but competitive. I think it'll be like 24-17.
I like it. So we're starting off with a split. Let's move on to the next game. In Lambeau, the Cardinals and the Packers. The Cards are coming off a big win against the 49ers, a beat-up 49ers team that's been kind of struggling. Now they get to go into Lambeau and take on another team with playoff aspirations, one that's doing a bit better than the 49ers. I think Jordan Love's going to have an absolute monster game here, personally, along with Josh Jacobs. And the Packers, in my eyes, are going to absolutely dominate this game. Even though we have been talking about the Cardinals, I think the Packers are going to dominate them.
Yeah, this is I think Jordan Love is too good of a quarterback to slip up against the Cardinals. I know the Cardinals did get the better of Purdy last week, but Purdy, he hasn't looked all that great this year. And he's come back down to earth as to be very middling without CMC in play. So while the Cardinals have been pretty decent, I think this is going to be a close game, but I'm taking the Packers here as well. I'm taking the Packers in a pretty competitive contest, relatively high scoring. Both teams hitting 20-plus points. So I'm going to have it as 28-23.
Yeah, Packers. The Packers, I don't know if Jair Alexander is going to be back. That's kind of big.
Oh, that's huge.
If he's not, Marvin Harrison could have a huge game too. If
Jair Alexander's not back, you could have a huge game, like you said, for Marvin Harrison, and Michael Wilson's starting to pick up as well lately. Yeah. So that could flip the script there. You could take a Cardinals victory if Jair's out.
I still don't see the Packers losing it though. But yeah. All right, we're on the same page there. Let's move to Tennessee, the Colts and the Titans in a divisional matchup of two teams that are looking to just not be the bottom dweller in this division, really. I think we might get Anthony. I think we do get Anthony Richardson back for this game in Tennessee, as well as Will Levis, probably. Mm-hmm. But there's also other injuries too. Michael Pittman is out. Jonathan Taylor is questionable. I think he might play. Not sure, though, at this moment. And like I said, Anthony Richardson's probably going to play. If Flacco was going to play, I would easily take the Colts. Mm-hmm. Richardson, though, I think is going to be baited into some mistakes by the Titans' defense. And I think it's going to be kind of just a rough game overall for both teams offensively. I'm going to say the Titans win a bad game. I trust Tony Pollard to do a little bit of work, so that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, I had written down last week that the stars of the games were the two running backs there for the Titans, Pollard and Spears, and they went with that script, and that seemed to be what worked for them. I think it's gonna be more of the same here. They've proven without Derrick Henry in the play this year, they still have a good running attack. It's just a different running attack. So I think they still need to lean on the run, with Levis being a little bit indecisive and making poor decisions this year. So with the Colts, though, Anthony Richardson has been so bad with turning the ball over. He's pretty much guaranteed to turn it over. So is Will Levis at this point, honestly. But the Titans are coming off a bye. So they're preparing for this game. I'm sure they prepared for both Richardson and Joe Flacco. And no Jonathan Taylor, no Michael Pittman. I'm going Titans as well.
All right, we're on the same page. And before we move, I will say this is my shitter of the week. All right, let's move to...
Halloween costume is here.
Oh, thank you so much.
Wow.
It's my Halloween costume.
Are those? I can't really see.
They're
it.
overalls. They're overalls. I
Are
am.
you
I
a
am
painter?
Mario
Oh.
inside of a Game Boy.
Oh, so you're gonna have like a Game Boy on the? That's kind of sick, honestly.
Yeah.
You should put them on. You should do the rest of your podcast on them.
In the overalls.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like,
honestly,
they would fit like.
I'm not getting naked on a podcast right now.
Dude, for the Halloween one though, you should actually do it.
Okay.
In a couple weeks.
I'll wear something.
I don't know what I'll be, but yeah,
I'll wear something. Yeah.
I hope you wear something.
Yeah, I'll wear something. I'll have the mustache going. So
there you go.
I mean, it's already getting there.
Let's move to Foxborough. The Texans and the Patriots are going to duke it out here. Drake May getting his first start in a kind of a rough game for him to be starting. To be real,
Makes me chuckle.
Yeah, I imagine he comes out kind of trying to sling the ball, and they just let him make his mistakes in this one because, I mean, there's no shot the Texans don't win this, right? I mean, they know they
no
right?
shot. No shot they don't win this game. The Texans are a Super Bowl contender, and the Patriots are absolute dog shit, dude.
Pick contender.
First overall pick contender, which if you're the Patriots and you get the first overall pick, what are you doing with that? Because you're not drafting a quarterback. Because you have Drake May. You're going to get a fucking haul for that number one pick, dude.
Should they start tanking now? Is that what should happen?
Yeah, they should do it now.
Joe Mixon is practicing, but they can kind of just rest him in this game, in my opinion. So
yeah, they're not going to need him. They're not going to need him.
Yeah, give Akers a crap load of carries here. Or Dare Ogunbowale, the other running back. One of them should have a good day. Stephon Diggs might get some play here. I did want to mention Stephon Diggs.
Nico Collins, he's on IR.
Yeah, that sucks.
So Stephon Diggs is going to get some play here. Even without Nico, though, they're still going to crush it.
Did you see the Stephon Diggs Cardi B rumors? I don't know.
Ooh, I did not.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I saw some male rapper accused Stephon Diggs of date raping him, basically.
I saw that too. I don't know about that one. Stephon Diggs doesn't seem like the type to me personally, but Stephon Diggs allegedly Cardi B cheated on Offset when she was 8 months pregnant with Stephon Diggs.
Oh, Stephon Diggs. If you've ever seen the videos of when he was in the Vikings and they interview every single one of the players in the locker room, and they're like, if there's one player that you don't want your sister to date, who is it? And every single player said Diggs.
Yeah. There's also
no hesitation. Everyone just went Diggs. Yeah, and they asked him. He was like, "Why me? What I do? Yeah. I'm a nice guy.
No,
I'm a nice guy.
No, sir." Yeah, there's also that story of how on Valentine's Day he had a girl in 2 different rooms in the hotel.
He's a dog.
Ridiculous man.
He's a dog.
He's going to have at least 10 kids by the time he's out of the league. Are you kidding me?
Well, he doesn't have any. So is he wrapping it up?
Allegedly.
Unlike Tyreek.
Is Cardi B, is that Offset's kid? I don't know.
Ooh, if he comes out and he grows up to be taller than 5'4", it's not Offset's kid.
We'll know.
It's not Offset's kid.
That's crazy. But yeah, we're both taking the Texans here. Yeah. Let's move on from the Stephon Diggs slander.
Moving on.
To New Orleans. Actually, it's not even slander for him. It's more Offset slander, which
it's more. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like Diggs.
Yeah. Let's move to New Orleans, though. The Buccaneers and the Saints are going to go to town in New Orleans. The Bucs are already there because of the hurricane, so they've been practicing in New Orleans for a while. Mm-hmm. They're going to be very acclimated to the weather. This could be a good game. I don't really know what to expect, though. Derek Carr is out. I believe they named Spencer Rattler to get his first ever start. I do like Spencer Rattler, and I think he could make this a wild, fun game. But I also remember some of his decision-making in college, so I imagine he's going to contribute to at least one turnover at some point here. And Baker, on the other hand, should be stellar in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and just say that the Bucs get a win, but this should be a fun, explosive match either way.
Yeah, and I mean, the Saints, I don't know what to expect from Rattler. I mean, he's a rookie quarterback going against a playoff contending team. I'm going with the Bucs in this game. I don't think it's going to be super close. The Saints do have a decent defense, but I think it's probably going to be like a 22, 23 to 10 game for the Bucs. I think Alvin Kamara could make some noise. The Buccaneers have let up a lot of points in games this year, but they've also held teams
a lot of games this year. Was questionable.
Okay.
I think he's gonna play, but I did want to mention he is on the injury.
I mean, if he doesn't play, they're not gonna fucking win.
They're screwed if he doesn't.
They're screwed. They're screwed. I think I saw Olave was questionable as well.
And Rashid Shaheed, is he on the Saints? Am I getting the right name?
Yeah, very underrated receiver.
Yeah, he's
I think one of the most underrated receivers in the league.
Yeah, he's questionable too. So we'll see what happens with the Saints. But yeah, we're gonna take the Bucs. Do you have,
Baker be bacon, baby. Let's go.
Dude, I can't wait. I might bet on him again this week. Who knows? He screwed me over last week, though. So
yeah, whatever.
All right, let's move to your current place of residence in Philadelphia. The Browns and the Eagles. They're going to battle. The Brownies kind of stink. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, the Browns just like pile of duty. They stink. They're ass, dude. Even the Eagles, with their up and down struggles at times this year, they're gonna win this. Like, they're coming off a bye, they're getting AJ Brown back, they're getting Lane Johnson back, they're getting Devonta Smith back. Like, they're gonna win. The Eagles are gonna win. It's gonna be like 34-10.
Oh my god!
Eagles are winning.
Yeah, the Eagles are getting all their stars, their studs back.
Yeah.
They should be able to cause havoc on the Browns' offense. Deshaun Watson's probably going to get taken down multiple times. I don't think they're going to be able to move the ball much. Nick Chubb could be back, but even if he is, he's not going to get like a full load. He's coming off of serious injury, so I can't imagine the Browns winning this game. Like, nowhere in my mind can I see the Browns winning this game. So.
One positive for the Browns, I will say, I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to throw a pick, but I can see Myles Garrett getting Jalen Hurts for a sack and forcing a fumble at some point. Has been loose with the football this year. He's only thrown 4 picks, but he does have 3 fumbles. Granted, 2 of them were in the first game of the season with a new center, but he has been kind of loose with the football.
Dude, I think Amari Cooper was questionable in this one, too.
Cool.
I think he's going to play, but I think he was on the injury report. I don't know. The Browns are screwed. Eagles
are winning, too. And this should be a sign for the Browns to bench Watson, get him out of there, and go ahead and just please start Jameis Winston.
What if Jameis plays in this game? Could he turn it around?
I don't know. Probably not. Not this week. Not this week. But yeah. Oh, did the Browns also have a bye last week?
No, they lost to somebody. Deshaun Watson was getting sacked like a crazy last week.
They're just such shit. I didn't even realize they played.
Yeah, they got pooped on.
Yeah.
Unless I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure they did.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to move from this game, though. I really hope we see Jameis Winston soon. I want to see him on the Browns playing. But let's go to Baltimore. The Commanders and the Ravens, just wow. I want to look at other games real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. This one, for me, the Commanders and Ravens, this one is my game of the week. Because I think this one is going to be an absolute banger. Jaden Daniels is kind of like a bigger... Yeah, talk about game of the week, baby.
Game of the week.
Jaden Daniels is kind of like a bigger Lamar Jackson that can kind of pass a little better, but he's not quite
bigger,
taller.
Yes.
I believe.
Okay. Yes. Because he's very skinny.
Skinnier, taller. So he's kind of not Lamar Jackson at all. But yeah, it should be a very explosive game. Both quarterbacks are very explosive, passing and running. This is going to be a true test for the Commanders, who sit at 4-1 right now, but they haven't really had to play a team like the Ravens yet. They haven't really had to play a true contender, I believe. Which, I mean,
they haven't played a team with a winning record.
Can be considered that. What's that?
They haven't played a team with a winning record.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't played a team above 500, like 500 or better.
Yeah, so this is going to be a true test, and I think it's going to be very explosive, and I'm excited to watch this game. I'm going to go ahead and have to pick the Ravens here just because we haven't seen anything from the Commanders yet. But I would not be surprised if the Commanders snatch a win away from the Ravens and truly position themselves as a NFC East divisional contender and a playoff-capable team here. So,
yeah, and if they end up taking this game, yes, they are certainly going to be an NFC East contender. They're going to put themselves squarely in that conversation. But I just don't see it yet. Because like you said, they haven't had a good opponent yet. The Giants are the best team they beat. The Giants are 2-3. So they haven't faced a team that's good. I mean, what's the record of the teams that they've ended up beating? It's like 5-12 or something. Like it's not good. So they need to show that they can beat a good team for me to pick them to beat a good team. I'm not picking them this weekend to the Ravens, who have turned things around, are 3-2 now, and playing very good football. So I'm picking the Ravens in this, and I'm actually not going to pick it to be super close. I'm going to pick the Ravens to win 28-15.
Stomping them. Okay, I could see that happening too. So I'm not even going to push back against that. Anything could happen in this game, honestly, and I wouldn't be super surprised. But yeah, the Commanders beat the Giants, the Bengals, the Cardinals, and the Browns. So
Browns stink.
Bengals. Yeah, that was the last week game.
Bengals, when they beat them, were terrible. It was their first good game of the season offensively, and I mean the Giants are up and down, Cardinals up and down.
Nothing super impressive yet.
No.
They lost to the Bucs, so which is a good team. So
a good team.
But yeah, so the Browns losing to the Commanders was last week's game. To answer that question as well, the Commanders were fucking annihilating Deshaun Watson in the backfield, and they don't even have a great defense, I don't think. So
no.
Browns stink.
They stink.
Anyway, let's move to Denver, Mile High Stadium. The Chargers and the Broncos could be a close game. Could be a not so close game. I don't really know. The Broncos defense, I think, is better. The Chargers offense, I think, is better, but they also are dealing with injuries still. They could be healthy coming off the bye. I don't know. It's kind of a difficult choice here, but I'm going to have to trust Herbert and Harbaugh over Bo and Peyton. Just simply. So I'm going to pick
two solid defenses here. Broncos are the best defense in the NFL at this point right now in terms of putting up numbers. Chargers do have a solid defense. Harbaugh's giving them to play pretty damn well. Good quarterback there in Herbert. Decent running back in Dobbins. Broncos did put up a good amount of points last week against the Raiders. I'm actually going with Denver in this.
Wow.
So I'm picking the Mile High guys here to win at home and absolutely just shut down LAC. So I think it's going to be pretty low scoring on LAC's part, and it's going to be a finish of, let's say, 16-7.
I like it. That's probably about right. I think it'll be a really boring game. This was my contender for shitter of the week, but I had to give it to the Patriots. The Colts and Titans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to.
It's not going to be great. I like that, though. This is actually only our second split. I'm interested to see who the LJ and Hank.
No. We split on Jags Bears. Oh wait, that was our first one. Yeah, this is our second split. Everyone else picked the Niners for Thursday night too.
Oh, we did mention that. We thought that's what was going to happen. So hopefully we get that win because we need to make up some ground.
We do. Yeah. Let's move
to Vegas, though. The Steelers and the Raiders are duking it out in Vegas. The Raiders have been falling apart. We talked about it a little last week, or in the last video, and they're going to be starting Aidan O'Connell for the first time this year, which I don't know if that's going to make them better or worse or exactly the same. But I think the Steelers' D is going to eat him alive either way, and Justin Fields is going to remain the starter for the Steelers as he plays decent in this game, most likely. and gets the win here. I'm taking the Steelers. I think Russ will eventually start, but Fields is going to be there for now and probably next week as well.
Yeah, I think Russ is back this week as healthy, and I think he is also like.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see him on the sidelines. They're
I think
definitely going to show him.
They're definitely going to show him. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he's releasing his Steelers catchphrase, which he hasn't released yet. Because everywhere he's been, he's had a catchphrase. I wonder what it's going to be.
Like a new album.
Yeah. Steel curtain, let's ride.
Justin Fields, let's die. Wait, what?
Steeler Nation, let's steal the show. I don't know. It's Steelers. Steelers are going to win.
Iron Curtain, let's rise.
Yeah.
Are they Iron Curtain, right? Isn't that the Steelers?
Isn't this? I have no idea, dude.
Maybe I'm
no idea. Sure. But let's go with the Steelers.
The Union. I don't know.
Steelers defense is going to win. Is his new catchphrase going to be? Is it? What's the Soviet Union's logo?
The Soviet Union?
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head.
What was it? Hammer and sickle. I wanted to say hammer and chisel, but I was like, what is it? Hammer and sickle. Is that what it's going to be? Hammer and sickle. Let's ride.
Hammer and sickle.
Steeler Nation, let's dominate. I have no idea. I'm interested to hear what it's going to be. It's going to be very corny, but Steelers are going to win.
Oh, the Steel Curtain, obviously.
Steelers are going to win, and it's 24-3. It's
yeah. I think they're going to wreck them. I think they're going to win handily as well.
The Steelers defense is just going to be way too much for Aidan O'Connell.
I will say Max Crosby might be able to mix it up and mess up Justin Fields a little. But yeah, Steelers for sure.
Steelers. All right, let's move.
Yeah, let's move to Dallas. The Lions and the Cowboys in Dallas. Home game. This could be an interesting game. The Cowboys got a win last week. But this week against the Lions team coming off a bye week, I just don't think they can pull it off. I don't think they have a chance to pull it off, really. I think the Lions are going to roll with probably a double-digit win here. Dak's probably going to struggle. No run game is going to show up. CeeDee Lamb's going to get blanketed. Maybe. He could go off a little bit. And the Lions, I think Gibbs is going to go off for a huge game here against a painfully hurt Cowboys team. I will say, though, Deron Bland should be back in this game, so that could make things interesting. Might make it difficult for Jared Goff to throw to his receivers there. So the Cowboys, in theory, could keep it close. They could even win if you talk to Cowboys fans. But
if you talk to Cowboys fans, they can win everything. They're delusional.
Yeah.
You're going Lions?
Yeah, for sure.
Word. I'm not going Cowboys. So, Lions are going to win this game. They're the better team. They're coming off a bye. They're a better overall squad. So, Lions are going to win this, and I think it's going to be pretty handily. They're going to win. I think the Cowboys are going to score some points, but I think it's like 41-24.
Whoo, shit. If the Lions embarrassing them 41-24 in Cowboy Stadium, Jerry Jones might actually have to think about Mike McCarthy's job, right?
Because the Lions lost last year in Dallas. In a game that they should have won. They should have won that game, and the refs took it away from them. So I think the Lions are going to be pissed. They're going to be pissed as fuck. Their coach there, Campbell's going to get them biting kneecaps and actually just taking names in this game, and they're going to annihilate the Cowboys.
Dude, I can't wait. I hope they do. It'd be sick. All right, both taking the Lions. Is everyone else taking the Lions? Do you know?
Probably. I have no idea, but probably.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you had the picks. I hope so. Let's move to the Carolinas. The Falcons and the Panthers duking it out. Another divisional game here. It could be decent if Dalton shows up like he did when he first became the starter. The Panthers need this win to stay relevant, so I think they're going to be going balls to the wall here, trying at home against the Falcons. Kirk's coming off a huge win, a huge game.
Huge.
And he's really starting to mesh with his receivers. So I think the Falcons will probably be lighting it up again here. I think the Panthers could keep it kind of close, but I don't see the Falcons losing. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Falcons.
Panthers aren't keeping it close. The Panthers are dookie. They just got smoked by the Bears.
They did.
They got smoked by the Bears, and the Falcons are better than the Bears. So the Falcons are going to win this one pretty damn handily. It's another one that I'm picking for a blowout, and it's going to be like 36-10.
How many
like
blowouts
it's going to be
have here?
a lot, apparently.
It's blowout week, huh?
I mean, there were a few blowouts last week, so yeah, you're always good for a few.
That's true. The Falcons, I mean, maybe they do blow them out. I could see it happening. I just don't think the Panthers are going to go down like that here. I mean, we'll see. If they do get blown out, then they're probably going to switch back to Bryce Young, because what's the point?
What's the point? I don't know. I don't know.
It'll get really bad for the Panthers if they get blown out, too. They have
Falcons are winning. Drake London's having a day. Mooney's having a day. Cousins having a day. Bijan's having a day. They're all having days. They're all having a day. Everybody eats. Everybody eats this week, dude.
Everybody eats in Carolina except for the Panthers.
Except for the Panthers. Devontae Johnson can have a good game because there's no one else for them to throw to. So you could see the receivers having a decent game, trying to play catch up there. Xavier Legette and Deontay.
I think Xavier Legette might be having a game in this one. I don't know. There's just something about it. It's saying to me. He's speaking to me right now. Xavier Legette. I'm writing it down. He's having a game. I didn't even think about it. Xavier Legette speaks to me. Okay, there we go. All right, let's move to our Sunday night matchup in MetLife Stadium. My New York Giants are letting the Bengals come to town. It's Sunday night, baby. The neighbor's train hopefully is back in the station. He's still on concussion protocol as I speak. We kind of need him for this game, so I hope he shows up. The Giants should be able to make some noise against the Bengals squad, especially with neighbors. But Daniel Jones always ends up doing something stupid in prime time, so he's going to do something stupid here, and the Bengals will probably end up getting a win. I think Jamar Chase is probably going to have a big day. I think Joe Burrow's going to get a little beat up by the defense, but I think he's going to throw for like at least 300-something and 3 touchdowns. And I think the Bengals are going to get a much-needed win here. It should be noted, Kayvon Thibodeau's out. He just had wrist surgery. He's probably going to be out a couple weeks, which is unfortunate.
Unfortunate, guys.
We have Azeez Ojulari, who's also a good edge rusher, so it's not the end of the world. I think this could be the highest scoring game of the week here. I think both of these teams are going to just go off, honestly, on offense. Explosive.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I certainly can see like a pretty high scoring affair. I think there's going to be points going all around here, just like you said. Both defenses have given up points, especially the Bengals. I just think the Bengals have a better offense. So I'm picking the Bengals here. I'm picking Joe Burrow over Daniel Jones, basically. And exactly I'm going 31-26.
I think it could even be higher than that. But yeah, I like it. The Giants haven't scored 30 points. Like, they don't do that often. But against this Bengals defense, maybe they can. Yeah. I think this is another game where the Giants are going to be like whispering like into the Bengals' ears, like, "Don't let us win. Don't let us do it at home. Don't let us win this."
Hey, did you forget about me?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be a fun game, and I'll be excited when I'm watching it. Man. Unless we start not winning at all, then I'll probably turn off the channel. But yeah. That's Sunday Night Football. Let's move to Monday Night Football. Also in MetLife, dude. They have 2 games in a row in MetLife. That's kind of stupid, right? Like, what are we doing?
It's a quick turnaround there for the grounds crew.
Yeah, it is. They're going to be panicking. I hope they're getting paid well. Also, all 3 New York teams are playing primetime games this week because this is the Bills and the Jets.
They're going to screw up the end zone logo, just like in that Chiefs commercial where the kid writes chefs. Yeah. He's going to write like Jeeps or something.
Giants, they just leave it. Yeah, the Jets, new coach getting his debut in prime time against the Bills. That's kind of rough. There seems to be like a new coach boost whenever a head coach gets fired mid-season. But I kind of think the players liked Robert Saleh. This is kind of a different firing. Usually it's like the coach doesn't mesh with the players or they're getting wrecked all the time. This was kind of like Aaron Rodgers just getting Robert Saleh fired while the rest of the team is behind him. So I'm not really sure if the boost happens here for Jeff Ulbrich, the D coordinator, who's now the interim head coach. I don't know how this change is going to affect the defense either. I still think they'll be good, but Robert Saleh is a defensive guy, so that's definitely something to be talked about. And will the Jets' offense look any different? We talked about that. Nathaniel Hackett getting demoted. Todd Downing, the quarterback's coach, is promoted to the play caller now. So
his first time calling plays. So,
well, he called plays on the Titans.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not his first time, but
okay. Thanks for the live fact check.
Yeah, it will be interesting. I don't know.
It should be interesting. I'm going Bills. I don't know where your head's at, but I'm going Bills. I think there's just too much going on for the Jets to just make a leap and be able to score on the Bills, be able to shut the Bills up. They're losing not only their head coach, but he's also the runner of that defense, like you said. Yep. And I just don't see the defense performing up to par, and I don't see the offense flipping the script and being able to outperform the Bills in this game. I don't think it's going to be necessarily super high scoring. Maybe like another game where it's like a 17 to 10 type scenario, 17-14. I think it'll be pretty close, but I'm picking the Bills.
Yeah, I mostly agree with what you said. I think the defenses will show up in this game. I think it's going to be a defensive heavy game, and both offenses will be struggling here. We should note that Aaron Rodgers got hurt last week as well. He was like crawling on the field. I don't know if that's going to affect him in this game. I imagine.
I'm so old.
Yeah, he's 40 years old, so that pain is still going to be with him in this game. But yeah, I think it could be a rough game. I'm going to go ahead and say Josh Allen makes a big play to get the win, and the Bills win something like 17-10, like you said. You know what? I'm not going to say the same score. I'm going to say 14-10. That's what I'm going to say. I don't think you mentioned.
I did not mention that score. 14-10. I did not mention that score. So I think we're on agreement for most of that. I think we had, 2 splits. So, I don't know. Hopefully we can make some ground with the rest of the guys. But
the Steelers, I'm not picking the Raiders. I'm going to go ahead and still stick with the Steelers. I'm not doing that. I'm going against what I thought.
Your better judgment and going with the Steelers. But
if the Raiders win, then oh my God.
You got to do that every game for the rest of the year, I think, if the Raiders win.
I literally will if the Raiders pull that off.
All right, buddy. Well, that's a wrap. That's a wrap, dude. And you gotta get going. I gotta get going. We got stuff to do. So that's a wrap on another episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, or follow, and check out the store. Check out the merch. We got some cool stuff there. Got some cool hats, cool T-shirts, cool sweatshirts, and get your swag on.
Until next time.
Later.
Peace.